Thank you very much.
Welcome, Michael. It's so good to have you here.
Great to be here.
This
Helen.
is the second half where you are in the hot seat because I get to ask you all kinds of questions that you have to answer.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
You are definitely a highly rated artist. Everybody knows you. You have worked with some of the finest artists in the industry. I want to get to know a little bit more about you. Tell us where you were born and raised and about your upbringing and your family a little bit.
Well, I was born and raised in Dallas, in Farmers Branch, actually, in Carrollton. Went to school in Carrollton. Started playing guitar when, I started playing the tennis racket first because I would listen to the radio and beat on the tennis racket. My great-grandmother would watch me beating on this tennis racket till my fingers bled.
Oh, wow.
And, it wasn't really bad, but... anyway, she went to Mexico one time. She brought me back a little Mexican guitar and paid for some guitar lessons for me. I was about 7 years old. So did that and started playing guitar, and I got into it. And, I kept learning songs. And
never stopped. And
my dad was a big music fan. He loved all the old folk music stuff. Ian and Sylvia, Ian Tyson and those people are great songwriters, and Peter, Paul, and Mary. He used to have those records. Gordon Lightfoot was the big one for me. My dad had all those records, and I used to sit at his house and listen with the headphones and pretend like I was Gordon Lightfoot up in the mountains of Canada, with the snow falling down. So I fantasized about that a lot and kept playing the guitar, and I loved. I kind of get when I was at a young age where I would kind of get into an entertaining kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Where my grandparents and my mother, they would have parties out in South Carolina and invite me to come play some songs for them and stuff. So, I was probably about 10 or 11 when I started doing that.
Oh, wow!
And they loved it. They were all getting into it and having their cocktails at 5 o'clock somewhere. But yeah, I did that, and then when I was 17 or so, I joined a bunch of bands when I was young. We had some little, mm-hmm. garage bands and stuff that I played in. But when I was about 17, I started getting pretty serious about it and started playing out a little bit. And a couple of bars in Dallas that had live music, I would play solo there. Met some people. Started going to a place called the Rubaiyat in Dallas, Texas, mm-hmm. which was kind of a coffee house folk club, where you had to sit there and listen to the music.
Right. And
I heard so many people, for the first time, Shake Russell and Michael Martin Murphey and B.W. Stevenson and Uncle Walt's band. Some of those people who were so influential to me. And I did that, for a long time. Used to go out there, and they put me in charge of an open mic thing that I did at the Rubaiyat, which was pretty fond memories. I'd never talk about it too much, but I lied to them and told them I was 18 because that's when they changed the law to 18 in Texas. Uh-huh. Anybody remember that, where you could buy alcohol?
Yeah.
And I told them I was 17, and I told them I was 18. And they believed me.
Yeah. So
they let me be in charge of this open mic thing, and I'm sorry to all the people from the Rubaiyat. If anybody's still with us out there, I apologize for doing that. But that's one thing I regret. I should have waited another year. But anyway, I got so many good experiences, and I learned a lot about the songwriting end of everything. And mm-hmm. I heard Shake Russell for the first time at the Rubaiyat when I was 17 years old, and I heard him do Deep in the West, and I said, man, that's what I want to do. I want to write songs like that,
Yeah.
So, time went on, and I played in some bands around Dallas and bars and stuff like that. And then after I got out of high school, I moved down to Austin, lived there for about 5 years, and played in some, places like the Split Rail and the Rome Inn and the Broken Spoke in Austin. But, you didn't get paid anything for doing it.
It's still the same way today.
Well, I know. But anyway, I was in Austin. I was kind of twiddling my thumbs, trying to figure out how to get things going. And I had been to Red River, New Mexico when I was a kid, and my uncle and aunt, Bill and Bonnie Hearne, who are pretty much legends around New Mexico and in Texas, they let me join their band, and we went and we played this place called the Motherlode Saloon in Red River, and I met some people from the band. Well, I can't remember what the name of the band was. Three Faces West, basically, which was Rick Fowler, Ray Wiley Hubbard, and Wayne Kidd. And met those guys when I was playing with Bill and Bonnie. And a few months later, Rick Fowler called me up on the phone. He goes, "Hey, would you like to be in our house band in Red River, New Mexico?" And I'd been to New Mexico before, and skiing and stuff like that. But I said, a gig in New Mexico, a house gig, 3 nights a week, $75 a night. I'm going.
Yeah.
So I left my girlfriend in Austin, and it was nothing personal at all, but I just left and went up to Red River and started living there, and playing in the house band at the Motherlode. We were called basically it ended up being what was called the Great American Honky Tonk Band. But about a month after that happened, a guy named Michael Martin Murphy moved to Taos, and he came over to Red River and heard us play one night. And it was snowing real hard that next day, and he came over to the lodge, which is right next door to the Motherlode where we were staying. And he said, "Man, I got a gig at Carnegie Hall in about a month, and I need a band. Would you guys like to be in the band?" And I said, "Well, yeah."
Yeah.
Plus, that was cosmic as it is, but. Murphy, he was always my hero. I mean, as far as songwriters went, from those, when I saw him at the Rubaiyat, he was always my favorite, as far as the songs that he wrote, especially back in the early days. Some of those Geronimo's Cadillac and Cosmic Cowboy Souvenirs, and Bob Livingston and Gary P. Nunn were on the inside cover of the records, and they've always been heroes of mine. They were always heroes, not to mention Murphy. And I just wrote a song with Bob Livingston not too long ago. We've all become really good friends over the years. And Murphy plays at my Big Barn Dance Music Festival. But anyway, I went on the road with Murphy and played lead guitar and sang harmony with him for about 6 years, I think.
How exciting.
We did play Carnegie Hall with Johnny Rodriguez and Tammy Wynette.
Oh, wow.
Them and they're both their bands, and my mother came down and saw it. It was pretty amazing. So,
wow.
So we did that. And then, I played with Murphy, kept playing with Murphy for a while, and I was living in Taos, and I wanted to do my own thing. So I kind of split off and joined a little 3-piece band, and we became known as South by Southwest. And we started playing at the Motherlode, and we started playing down in Santa Fe the dance scene was just starting to get started. Down in Santa Fe and Albuquerque in northern New Mexico. And these people are the most elegant dancers that you'll ever see in your life. I mean, they're just so smooth and good. And I'm not saying people that dance in Texas are not good, because they are, but it's a different thing up there. It's more of a free form kind of two-step and waltz and stuff like that, A lot of moves, and a lot of people really take pride and, dancing and make sure the girl looks good, when you're dancing. That's your job, as a male dancer, to make whoever you're dancing with look good. Didn't always work that way. I would see girls on the dance floor that be rolling their eyes going, "Oh my God, is this song over yet?" But so we developed a really cool dance scene in Red River and Taos, mostly Taos and Santa Fe. Mm-hmm. We used to play every Sunday in Santa Fe, and we had a great group of dancers that would come out on a regular basis and hear us play at we played at the La Fonda, on the rooftop of the La Fonda Hotel, at the Inn at Loretto, at Rancho Encantado, at a place called the Paramount. I'm probably forgetting somewhere we played, but we moved around to different places over a long period of time and developed a really cool dance scene up there. Hence, the barn dance. So
Right.
After the years went by, we started doing impromptu dances out at the a place called Casa de Caballos, which is on the way up to the Taos Ski Valley from Taos. It was a big, giant hay barn, and we started kind of having impromptu dances out there where everybody would come out, and we bought like 2 kegs of beer, and it was free to get in. Then we started charging $5 to get in, and then we charged a little bit more, but everybody started bringing their own booze or whatever they wanted to drink, and would park their pickup trucks and their tailgates down, and it was like a big tailgate party and a dance.
How fun!
So we had lots of incredible nights doing that. That started in 1985.
Oh wow! And it still goes today.
Well, yeah, but we moved it from there to a restaurant called the Old Blinking Light, which was owned by the people that owned the Casa de Caballos, which is the barn I was just talking about. Yeah. But I'm kind of getting, my train of thought is kind of getting crazy. But anyway, we started having all these songwriters who, like Guy Clark and Sheck Russell and Michael Martin Murphy, and we were doing all their songs, and it's for these dancers who love to. They not only love to dance, but they also love to listen to the music and listen to the songs, because I did a lot of my original songs, and I did some Chuck Powell songs, some friends of mine, that I love their songs, that were good dance songs. It had to be a good, you start out with a fast 2-step and you do a waltz. But anyway, we did that for a long time, and we started the barn dances there at the Old Blinking Light, and since then we moved over to Kit Carson Park in downtown Taos. We've got a tent. I don't even know the dimensions of it, but it's huge. It's enough to seat like 1,200 people under this tent. And we have a big dance floor that we put in front of the stage, but we put chairs under the tent, and we put chairs on the dance floor in front of the stage. So, and we have another, what we call a satellite dance floor, kind of in the back over to the side where people can dance to the singer-songwriters if they want to, which people they'll dance to a tuba player. It doesn't matter, but so we have all the chairs on the dance floor in front of the stage. One incredible act after another for 3 days in beautiful Taos, New Mexico. I'm telling you, there's nothing like it. Now, on Saturday night, it was about 6 o'clock, after everybody sat down, you can hear a pin drop, 1,000 people under that tent, listen to the songs by these incredible bands that we have and singer-songwriters that we have. And then Saturday night, we move all the chairs to the side off of the big dance floor, and it's a big barn dance.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful thing to see.
Sounds like a wonderful thing.
It is.
Now, do you hold like songwriter contests or something at the same time, or
No, we don't do that.
No, okay. I wasn't sure how that all worked, but
yeah, we tried it in Bryan, Texas, for a couple of years, and we had a songwriter contest back then, but it didn't work out that great. For the songwriter deal was great.
Yeah,
the part of it was great, but we got rained on every year, so it was kind of messed up. But anyway, but Taos is an incredible experience. About 70% of the people that come to the barn dance are from Texas.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you say that you had family in New Mexico already, so they were musical.
Oh, my Uncle Bill, yeah.
Your uncle,
He was very instrumental in me. I forgot to talk about that, but Bill Hearne is still doing very well, living in Santa Fe, still playing at the Cowgirl Hall of Fame and at La Fonda, and he's doing gigs down in Texas some, and he just went out to New York City and went to a Yankees game. He's legally blind and he can barely walk.
Oh, wow.
But man, he is
still got
he's
it,
all
though.
over it. You put him on a stool with his guitar and his cowboy hat, and he is awesome.
That's wonderful.
So he plays at the barn dance every year too. Sheck plays at the barn dance every year. Michael Murphy played this last year. So a lot of things come full circle at the barn dance, and a lot of it's like family. Bob Livingston has been our master of ceremonies for the past couple of years.
Bob Livingston's a lot of fun. We've had him here a few times.
I know.
He's crazy. He's fun. He is real fun.
So we kind of hired him to be the MC and to introduce all the bands. He did all his homework, and had his sheet of paper, and he was so eloquent. And he's Bob Livingston. He's a legend.
Right.
And introducing everybody. He's funny and witty and all that good stuff. So yeah, and I'm not sure whether I got him talked in to do it again this year, but
I bet you can.
Next year, I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's November.
True. That's
But
year has
yeah,
flown
so
by.
everything kind of led up to the barn dance that I've done. You
Yeah.
know, from being a young kid and sitting around listening to my Uncle Bill playing Buck Owens songs in his bedroom, and his guitar style is amazing. You know, he's a great flat picker, and he can play lead and rhythm at the same time. He's just amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, I learned a lot from him, and you know, my dad, of course, we lost him this year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he was very, you know, he wasn't a musician much, but he loved music. And he always told me he was the best singer in the bunch because there were three brothers. There was Wendell, Bill, and my dad. And Wendell was a singer too, stuff like that. My dad said, "Oh yeah, those guys are no good. You ought to hear me sing," but he never did.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
So I take it then that your parents didn't have an issue with you deciding that your career path was music.
Well, my dad was concerned. My dad was very conservative. You know, he wanted me to go to school and get an education, you know, so things in life would be good for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I just said, "I can't do it, Dad." You know, he goes, "Well, son, good luck."
Yeah.
You know? And my mom, you know, she was, my dad was supportive later on.
Yes.
You know, but like you were asking, you know, when I just first started out, my mom was always, "Oh, I love to hear you play so much. Just do whatever you want to do, sweetheart."
Aw,
You know?
yeah.
But my dad was more, you know, you got to get an education if you're going to do anything in this world.
Right.
And the music business probably is not your best bet. And he was wrong.
Yeah.
Because the life I've led up to where I am right now, I wouldn't trade for anything. Maybe I would trade some of the missing years when I drank too much, but I wouldn't trade it. You know, it's just I've got so many blessings and so many good friends that mean so much to me. I mean, all the people that are on these walls here at this place. You know,
Right.
I never met any of the Beatles, but yeah. But you know, it's such a blessing to do that. And the barn dance, you know, I get as many people to come play every year as I can.
Right.
You know, friends, but also we look for other people too that nobody's ever heard before that are incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of talent out there for sure.
There's a lot of talent, and there's young people coming up that are just amazing. You know.
Speaking of, when you were younger, you mentioned that you were playing in garage bands and just bands throughout your teenage years and into your early 20s. Were you writing the songs that y'all were playing at that time? Or
No, we were doing Gloria.
The
you know,
covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did
we were doing songs like that.
when did you completely focus and hone in on your songwriting?
Well, probably about 16 or 17.
Okay.
I think I wrote my first song when I was 17.
Do you remember the name of it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's called Me and a Trucker.
All right.
Yeah.
You remember it?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
It's a long way home from this bar that I've known, and I can't help but think about you. Well, there's a semi rolling by, and there's a tear in my eye, and it's raining so hard that I can't see. Well, me and a trucker riding on by, passing each other in the light from the sky, and you are on my mind. Yeah.
Yay!
But, you know, it's pretty It was pretty rough.
I'm amazed that you remembered that. See, you're not that much of a senior.
Yeah, well, I can remember songs pretty good, but I couldn't. Well, I could probably get through that one because I thought about it for so long. Because, that was either that or one called "Brown Eyed Texas Girl" was the first song I ever wrote. So I'm confused a little bit on which one it was, and there were probably some that I just don't even that are just blanked out of my memory where I would just be sitting down. But
Right.
God, it was so long ago.
What's your favorite song you've ever written?
My favorite song I've ever written?
Mm-hmm.
That's I just, can you plead the fifth on that? I don't know.
Yes.
The next one, I guess, but I've written some good ones.
Well,
I don't get tired of singing Evergreen, so that's one of my favorites that I've ever written is that Evergreen song.
Yeah, and the songwriter, that really, that got me. I like that one a lot.
Well, good, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
It's that was an amazing project. It pretty much cost me my first marriage because I was so into it. We had to write these 11 different songs about these 11 different pieces of art. Paintings, and a couple of sculptures, and oh my God, But it won a bunch of awards. It won best CD packaging, producer of the year, song of the year. Was a songwriter at the New Mexico Music Awards, which is like the Grammys of New Mexico.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was cool. And but yeah, it was.
Did you ever have any children?
Yes, I did. I have 3 children. I have 2 daughters and a son, and I have 5 grandsons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So are they musical?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. They all get up and sing New Mexico Rain with me at the barn dance every year.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, they'll get up and sing. My son is a heck of a singer. We've written songs together, and my daughter Sarah is in the music business. She pretty much runs the barn dance with me.
Well,
So and she runs the music fest up in Steamboat Springs, which is a big deal. Sold out just about every year, multi-million-dollar company, and all that stuff. So she's real busy. Plus, she's got a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. So yeah, she's got her hands full with all that.
That's wonderful.
But they're great kids, and my other daughter's an attorney in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
We
So
all need
she
one of
doesn't have
those in the
kids.
family. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
So when Shake calls you Grandpa, there's a reason for it, don't
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I just think it's wonderful that you have led the life that you always wanted to live, because not everybody can say that.
Well, that's true. And the older I get, the more I'm grateful and more I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because,
Have you ever toured Europe?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been over to Switzerland with Gary P. Nunn for a little tour that he did over there. I was his guitar player during that time period. And then this bluegrass band from the Czech Republic heard me play in Taos one time. They were over visiting, and they heard me play, and they invited me to go over.
Oh, wow.
They said they would learn all my songs, and I got over there to Prague, and they had a little rehearsal hall set up, and they knew every one of my songs, arrangements, little licks, all this stuff. They had it all
cool.
perfectly. So yeah, I've done that, and I played over in London. I did a anniversary party over in London. So yeah, but I have never really toured over there except that
Right.
little thing we did with Gary P.
Yeah. So what was your all-time favorite place that you played?
Well, probably gigs that I did with Murphy.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of places that I love to play, but Red Rocks and Carnegie Hall would have to be, it'd be a toss-up between those two places. Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Red Rocks
Great
with.
places on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Red Rocks 2 times when I was with Murphy. We opened up for Emmylou Harris there.
Wow.
So hanging out backstage with Emmylou and her band, the Hot Band,
Yeah.
those are some precious memories.
Well, I hope you write a book someday.
Oh, man.
I really do.
I was
think
just thinking about it. You know, everybody else is coming out with books. I don't know whether I'm the smartest hack in the world as far as coming up with clever things to say, but yeah, I should write a book.
You should, and I bet you your beautiful new bride would help you.
Oh yeah, well, somebody would have to help me. You could call it the good, the bad, and the ugly.
You need to have somebody to go around and interview all these people that have played with you and get their insight on you, and then you can take your part. It'd be a great book.
Well, we're kind of doing the beginning of a little documentary about me. We started at the barn dance this year. I hired a guy to come, an old friend of mine, to come up and video it.
Yeah.
And so he brought 3 cameras up, kind of like this deal. Mm-hmm. And he videotaped most of the barn dance, got interviews with people and stuff like that. So it's just it's just a baby right now. We'll see if it ever develops into anything really. But he wanted to do something about. I've known him forever. He wanted to do something about my career.
Oh yeah.
My life, kind of what we're talking about here.
Well, when you give birth to that, copy please.
Okay, you bet you got it. You got it. Thanks so much.
It's been great sitting here talking with you, and I look forward to hearing more, and we're bringing you back in January. Hear that, everybody? So make your reservations now.
January 24th.
Yep, the 24th of January, 2026.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
This year is just moving right along.
It is. It is. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you all, too. Thank you all so much.
Everybody keep tuning in and coming back. You are in the music room.
Yeah, you are.
All right.